Well, hey there, everyone. I'm Esther Bartkiw. Today, I want to talk to you about inner work and specifically answer the question, what is inner work? It is a question that I get asked quite frequently. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther Bartkiw. I'm a core belief therapist, intuitive and energy reader. I'm a real big fan of astrology. I weave that through the energy updates that I do. I combine core belief therapy, which is inner work, with energy healing, with spirit-filled messages, with psychological tips, tools, and techniques to give to my clients grounded and practical guidance, suggestions, and advice, but also to help them to create change from within so that they begin to experience and live change in their outward reality. So what is inner work? Most of the people I interact with are doing personal growth work and spiritual development work. So I always assume, okay, they know what inner work is. But then when I'm on social media and I connect with all kinds of people in all walks of life, sometimes this concept of inner work is a little bit new to them, but they're curious, they're open, they're interested. And if they're asking me, it means that they are ready for inner work. And typically the conversations that I have with people go like this. So I'll get an email or a text and they'll say, Esther, I've got this problem in my life, and they'll tell me what the problem is. And I've been doing lots of great things. I do everything I can to be positive, to surround myself with positive people, to walk outside in nature, to raise my vibration. I meditate, I work with crystals, I like to move my body, but this issue is still not changing. I feel a little bit better, I can see how all this is helpful, but this issue is still not changing. What do I do? And I'll reply back and I'll say, well, first of all, I am so happy that you are on this personal development and spiritual growth journey. It is very rewarding, and in my belief system, that's exactly why we're here on planet Earth, right? To grow, to learn, to experience, to wake up to greater consciousness, and to help other people to do the same along the way. And then I say, I love what you're doing, right? Because everything this person is doing is great. Keep doing it. But it sounds like it's time to do some inner work, right? What is inner work? So I'm going to give you my definition, my idea of what inner work is. It is about turning within and looking inside of yourself to see what is happening inside of me that is attracting this thing that I don't want, that is creating this situation I don't like, that is preventing me from creating what I do want, that is stopping me from having the relationship that I want, from creating more money, having better finances, from having peace, from having happiness in my life, a new career, whatever it might be. What is going on inside of me? The inner work, you have to come with it with an understanding already, is that I create my reality. What I believe is what I create in my life. It's a little bit more deeper than that. We'll talk about it, but that change starts within. And when you create change within, you create change in your outward reality. So when you're doing the inner work, you want to turn within, find out what is going on here that is creating this that I don't want, and what do I need to change here to create what I do want. Okay. And it's really like you just go inside, you're exploring your beliefs, your thoughts, your patterns, your behaviors, your concepts of reality. You're exploring to see, are there old memories from the past that are emotionally charged that keep playing out in your life? What do I mean by that? Well, when I was 16 years old and I took a chance to start my own business, it didn't go very well and I lost money and my friends laughed at me and my dad said, "Oh, you're never going to be a business person." And you have that memory. And so even though you want to be an entrepreneur and start a business, that memory and everything attached to it keeps coming up and gets you sidetracked. Okay. Maybe you've got outside influence. Okay, outside influence. And this is, you always hear the words of mother, father, minister, teacher, friend, coworker, boss, that keeps playing out in your head over and over again, telling you you're not good enough, you'll never amount to anything, you're not pretty enough, why can't you be smart like your sisters? You're just not talented with this, and whatever it might be that keeps coming up, this influence. We're influenced all the time. Okay, we're influenced by the collective consciousness. When the collective is in fear, we feel it. When the collective is happy, like, in the days of going to concerts and going to baseball games and everybody's happy and excited, you get caught up in that collective energy. So, we get caught up in the collective. We are influenced energetically by people, and you don't even have to spend time with them. You could be on social media and feel the energy of it. So maybe you've got some outside influence, and yes, that can also go into entity attachments, negative entity attachments, influence that you have from land, from buildings. If you're an antique shopper, you carry maybe an energy of an item into your home. That all kind of fits in it. It could be a past life influence, absolutely, that is carrying over with you. It could be charged emotion, right? So unprocessed emotion. Let's say you in the past had a very traumatic event and you didn't feel the energy and you didn't express the energy, and you held the crying in or the scream in. You didn't allow yourself to shout and process it, and that energy got trapped in your body, often in our nervous system. And then now you go about life and it could be anything that just triggers, and that emotion comes up and people are like, whoa, I mean, this was so small and you just had this big explosion of energy. It's because that energy is old and from the past, and it's trapped in their body, and it needs expression, and turning within to discover it and to release it is very important. That's part of inner work. To clear the self-sabotage within, we have parts and aspects of ourselves that may be outdated. I get this a lot when I'm doing sessions with people. The part is trapped in a memory or a psyche or an energy of still being 5 years old, 8 years old, right? It doesn't realize that you've grown up and you're 40, 50, 60, and life continued on, but it's still stuck back at 5 years old, reliving whatever was going on at that moment, usually some kind of trauma. The inner work might be discovering a part of you that is frozen, in just a frozen state, right? I encounter this all the time with people that I work with, that, you see a person and they're like 50 years old, but they act really childlike. And it's not, oh, they have such a nice childlike behavior. That's different. It's like they act like a child. And that's because, if you find out, if you turn within, when you explore, then again, maybe something traumatic happened when they were a child and they just got frozen in that state because it was safer to do. I see this a lot with people who are older now, but they were children during World War II, right? And maybe they were experiencing bombings. Maybe they saw horrific events. Maybe they were running through countries trying to escape it, and they kind of got frozen in that young estate. And that continues to play out on many levels in their mind, body, and energy field. So when we're turning within to do our inner work, there are many different areas and aspects to explore, but it's just about finding, okay, what is going on inside of me that is contributing to what I don't want? What do I change inside of me to create what I do want? And so how do you do this? Well, I do it through the core belief therapy that I've been practicing for over 16 years with people, on myself and with clients. It's called core belief and engineering. It's really like a soul journey within. Like, I guide you through this journey of like, let's find out what's going on. Okay, but there's many different therapies, there's many different modalities. Check them out. I checked out a lot of modalities. I've actually trained in a lot of modalities, some which I offered at one point. I don't anymore. There's lots of modalities. Some people just need talk therapy to talk things out. Some people need a conscious awakening first before they can make change from within. Some people can do it on their own through journaling, through just sitting and meditating, but asking themselves the right question. Who inside of me is creating this? Who inside of me is responding to this situation in a negative way? Who inside of me is responsible for this negative thought of I can't do it that comes up over and over again? And then just following the clues. I believe really strongly in asking and prayer and asking God and asking universe and asking your higher self, like, help me to resolve this, give me solutions, send me down the right path. And I believe that as you tune in, the answers will come. You can do it on your own. The advantage of reaching out to someone is that often we're so caught up in our stuff, we can't see the limitation. We can't see the self-sabotage. We can't see, well, what's wrong with this? There's nothing wrong with this. I do it. Everyone in my family does it. All my friends do it. Well, yeah, because you've all attracted each other, right? So you're all doing it. So that's the commonality, but it doesn't mean that it's good. It doesn't mean that it's supportive. Sometimes you don't even have to work with like an official practitioner like myself. You might just be having a conversation with a friend and say, you know what, this is what I'm going through, but oh my gosh, I cannot see any alternatives to it. And your friend says, well, wait a minute, have you thought of this? And you're like, wow, right? And that just sends you off on another path, all right? So I believe inner work is very important for everybody on the planet to do. I believe it's part of why we're here, part of our life's purpose of growing, expanding, becoming more conscious, becoming more awareness of who we truly be and living the life that is possible for us. Mm-hmm. And if you, like I mentioned at the beginning, if you feel like you're being positive and raising your vibration and meditating and doing a lot of great practices, but that thing is still not shifting, then consider, you know what, maybe I need to do some deeper inner work. Maybe I need to work with somebody to see what I'm missing, right? Or talk to a friend. Maybe they have an idea, or let's journal it out, or let's watch some videos, let's read some books, let's ask and trust that the answer, the solutions will come. So that's inner work. And I'll tell you, I love it. I'm a bit addicted to my own inner work. I love doing my own inner work. Even it's uncomfortable sometimes. And yes, I do most of my inner work on my own now because I'm actually pretty good at seeing my own limitations, my own self-sabotage. But from time to time, when I get stuck on something and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm obviously not seeing something here, I will find someone to work with and get some guidance in that way. I really believe it's important. It's important. So I hope this helps. And if there's any other subject that you would like me to address here, do a video on, do a post on, please let me know in the comments below. I hope this was helpful. And for now, I enjoy the very best of this day. And I'll see you soon. Ciao.